How many hours a day do you watch Kid Cobra?
I gotta think about this one.
12 hours?
Counting, not counting this, but we are looking at possibly 48 hours, maybe. All day, every day. 48 hours, trust.
48
That's
hours a
24
day.
hours.
That is skill. Which hopefully we're going to be seeing from these players. As Glyph coming in with the Birch Huck Popper. Kind of going in with the Kid Cobra counter loadout. Where Frosty is coming in with the Coolerane Hydra. A default classic. And also his personal favorite combination. You do not... those are the two arms he uses. You do not see the Slamamander on that man. You just see Burchuck and Hydra. Man, does he know how to play those arms.
Yeah, he is relatively well known in tournaments to primarily use Kid Cobra's defaults. Never seen him ever, and I mean it. I've never seen this player pick anything else but these two. I've only ever seen him use Hydra and Coolerang. I honestly love the dedication to Kid Cobra. I love it.
Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like, the interesting thing about Hydra Coolerang is it's an exceptionally high skill ceiling loadout. If you know how to play Kid Cobra well and you can be nigh untouchable, it is incredibly effective at dodging, staying out of the way, and punishing your opponent. The hard part is if your opponent gets a good read or a good setup or plays smart enough, there are so many situations where you just don't get to do what you want to do. But when you know what you're doing, like you get the right setups, you get the right plays, it is dominating how Frosty is able to play this Hydra and Coolerang.
Indeed. Honestly, his default set, Kid Cobra's, is very strong on Kid Cobra. And ooh, as you could clearly see with that comeback that Frosty had just made against Glyph, these arms are deadly. Like you said, if you're in the zone with these arms, you're in the zone. You are untouchable practically.
Nice grab from Glyph, getting some serious damage. The hard part too is the Burchuck and the Popper are very good at walling out opposing Kid Cobras, because the Popper is just a huge shotgun that launches you into the air. And that Burchuck, when you're in the air, it's just really good at tracking. It's a huge body that chases really well, so it becomes really difficult to contend with. They're both well designed to contend with Frosty's arms, which says a lot when Frosty's playing as well as he is against them.
Frosty is honestly bobbing and weaving away, trying his very hardest, and oh no! That Burchuck hit. Man, it just slithered its way to hit Frosty, and Glyph will take game 1. Oh no, I just saw the bracket. It seems like Astro Ninja is unfortunately not in the tournament.
Is he out in space again?
I think he is out in space. He's lost.
The ninja is hopping on AstroTurf right now, and unfortunately that means he's a little too far away to be able to properly compete, you know? Capiche?
Oh, that's sad. But it's okay. We still got the majority of the... majority.
You know what that
We've
means?
got everyone here.
Kamajino beat Astro so hard that he rage quit. That's how good Kamajino's Ribbon Girl is. He beat Astro Ninja so hard in that first game that Astro Ninja just ceased to exist.
Is that true? Kamijino, teach me your ways, please.
Chat, is this true? Your options are yes or definitely. Please respond.
Ooh, it seems like the Cobras are running it back on the same stage. No, no differences from either or.
See,
Seems like.
there's a lore reason. Specifically player. Uh, this is Frosty's favorite stage. By and far. And something tells me that Glyph enjoys this stage enough that the two just have a mutual understanding that if they're going to play against each other, they're gonna do stage strikes, but everybody knows what's gonna happen. The stage striking is fluff. It's flavor, it's for fun. We all know that we're going to go back to sparring range.
Honestly, coming from experience for me, most of my matches when I would play Frosty, most of the time we would head to sparring, almost all the time.
Yeah, everybody knows that Frosty loves sparring range, and nobody's gonna argue because it's sparring range. And it's fun to play against him on sparring range. It's both his favorite stage, and it's a fun matchup to play against his Kid Cobra on sparring range. So it's like, hey, Frosty, where do you want to, or hey, Frosty goes to you and it's like, hey, where do you want to go? You're gonna say sparring ring. He's gonna be like, sparring ring. And then you're both gonna just smile and nod because you're both content with the answer.
I know that there is a specific player. He doesn't like this stage. I don't think everyone likes sparring ring.
There are, of course, exceptions, but a lot of people will happily settle. I want to know the specific data to how many times Frosty has gone to sparring ring compared to any other stage. I think the answer is like, I feel like he's gone to sparring ring more than any other stage combined at this point.
There needs to be like a stat thing for that. Like, how many times you've been on a specific stage. Like, honestly, there needs to be like a stat meter for that.
Focusing on this match, we are once again at 1 apiece here as we move into this last round for set 2. Glyph taking a strong lead off of a popper rush combo, but Frosty's only about 25% in disadvantage right now, and he's quickly building up another rush. These Hydras are definitely catching Glyph off guard. We are seeing Glyph set up just a little bit enough tempo, and he's going to push ahead and is able to secure a second point. He's clutching these wins, but it is not by a mile. Or, like, it's not by a notable lead. Like, Frosty isn't too far behind in a lot of these. It's just Glyph's managing to find those little opportunities here enough. They're consistently enough to be able to carry the lead.
And those two games were so close. Both having a round, and then it's just down to the last round to complete the game. Love that. I honestly love games like that. But also, it's Kid Cobras. So, Kid Cobras are just slithering all around the arena. They just be slithering.
They do be a slithery snake.
I am honestly surprised. I was not expecting... ooh, Kid Cobra's hot. I was not expecting... Indeed, I agree. I was not expecting Glyph to play as Kid Cobra. I honestly was going to say that Glyph, just like SNG, it seems like he has his own pocket characters. From the few tournaments that I have spectated him play, he has recently been using some other characters as well. Most notably, I've seen his Dr. Coil out on the field. Honestly, I'm surprised. I was not expecting Cobra to be out within this match.
Well,
but it's okay. I'm not complaining.
Oh, of course. Definitely not. I think the reason is the same as sparring ring. It's it's like they both have fun with this. They're both having a gay old time here with their silly snakes on the silly sparring stage, doing their silly fights, I mean, Glyph isn't being very silly right now with double bird chuck. Like, that is just... That's probably as hard counter as you can get to the situation. Especially when you're just gonna pop rush like that. But...
Indeed.
They're having a silly fun time here.
Honestly, I respect it. If you're having fun on your favorite stage and you're playing your favorite character, one of your favorite characters, just go wild. Have fun. Be Kid Cobra and slither all over the map. Be evil little things.
Despite this being 2 hard counter arms going in against Frosty, he's only at a 25% health disadvantage. Okay, he's now at a 30% health disadvantage. And he can only take like 1 or 2 more hits, which are going to be a rush,
Ooh.
so he's not going to be able to live that. He does have rush advantage going into the next round, but it's kind of difficult for him to keep up, but he was doing a pretty impressive job.
He was very much trying to keep up with him as well. And it seems like, ooh, that rush, ooh, I have to say, that rush, Frosty's rush with those 2 arms are so deadly. Because once you get caught by the Hydra, it's then the Coolerang that comes whirling by and does extra damage.
You're just in the pain blender. It's the icy hot blender.
It's a very icy hot blender. It's so deadly. Once you're caught, you won't be able to get out. Like, it's so hard to get out of that rush if you're ever hit by it.
That said, even with that damage, Glyph in a notable lead here, gets 310 on the rush. He only needs a grab or 2 more hits. Frosty managing to land the grab. If he can get his rush out, he will be able to get the KO here. He lands the setup. He gets the follow-up with the Coolerang. He gets a point, but he just used 2 rushes in this round. He's going to have none coming across Glyph as he comes in with the Popper Coolerang. Will he stand a chance as Glyph gets the opening hit, securing himself the lightest of leads? Frosty quick to respond, getting some damage of his own, but it is still steadily pushing into Glyph's favor as his arms just power out Frosty.
Yeah, and it seems like Frosty here, ooh, he's trying his very hardest to get that damage with the Hydra, trying to really poke Glyph with it. He's doing a relatively good job with it. Just like you were saying earlier, very much catching him off guard with the Hydra pokes.
But it's just not keeping up with the Popper. Like, the Hydra does technically beat out the Popper, but the problem is just the Popper outboxes the Hydra in a lot of situations, and if the Hydra isn't necessarily fighting back against the Popper, then it's just a huge widespread shotgun that you're not dodging.
Ooh. Oof, and that last hit and the last rush encounter from Glyph will do it. 3-0. Congratulations to Glyph. And of course, GG's to Frosty. Great stuff from both of these guys. I love to see Cobras.